whatsoever used. I mean, does it have to have a specific quantity of fuel in order to use it? Yes, well, what it says per the instructions. So the smallest quantity would be, what does it say on this one?
I think it's
2 to 4 liters for the mini modems would be the smallest quantity, but think about it, even if you had 2 liters and you needed to go less, you could break one in half and put it in there for you. As far as the
1
maximum,
gallon.
yeah, in the maximum, you're looking at the trucker crumbs, which comes in a box like this. I know we had somebody asking about that earlier, but I don't mind just going ahead and talking about it. You get this many vials in the box of trucker crumbs. And all the crumbs is they're crushed up. They're crushed up. The same exact product, y'all, in all 3 of these packages. They're just different dosages for different size of fuel tanks. That's the only difference. And the difference with the larger ones that are crushed up is because diesel naturally does not dissolve things as fast as gasoline does. So we go ahead and crush those up for those larger 18-wheelers that use diesel. So that it dissolves faster once it gets into the tank in the combustion chamber. That's the only difference. So I think that hopefully that answered your question. And then when are we going to get the recording? In a couple of hours. Once we're done with the second one, then Jason will have time to let the Zoom do it. It has to process the recording and he has to wait for that to get done. And then once he gets it, he can send out the link to it.
That part goes fairly fast. I have to download it to the computer, then upload it to YouTube, and then I have to do my description and everything and make sure everything's cool with YouTube, but then I share it right away. So it's literally, it goes that fast.
Absolutely. So, okay, so let's start recording if we haven't already. Are we recording already? Oh, sweet. Love it when that's already going on. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me and for the sake of the recording, my name is Lexi Stevens. I am the Global Diamond Team Leader. My direct sponsor is Jason, who you also see on the screen. He is my Emerald leader, and I am in a Ruby rank. It's called Ruby Executive rank. And there's several different ranks before you get to that one. So we've been here since the very beginning of the company. And I would like to just welcome you to this opportunity to listen to a way to not only save money on fuel expenses, but we have other products too that can help you as far as weight loss and other things go. And we're going to talk about that today. But also just know that this is not just a way to save money or to lose weight. It is also a way that you can make money. We're in a tough economy right now, and here in the States and all over the world, things are just getting really tough for a lot of people. And since this is an Africa Zoom, we're going to actually bring up my good friends, Io and Eileen, to talk about what's going on there in Africa. I met Eileen at a department store here in the States, and she was just so fun. I wanted to talk to her, and we started talking. And actually, I think I said, I recognize your accent because I was already doing the Nigeria Zooms, is how we met Eileen. And you're like, yes, I'm from Nigeria. Something like that is how we met, but I love her to death. And then she brought in her running buddy to the business, Io, and it's just been so much fun ever since. It's been a journey and one that I'm enjoying every step of the way because especially my friendship with Eileen, it's just, when you get into a business like this and you really get into a good business, you make really awesome friendships. So just keep that in mind too. These are connections I will keep for the rest of my life. But anyway, to go back to them, I want to introduce Io first, actually, to come on up and talk to us a little bit about your experience, Io, with the company, how Eileen approached you, what did she say, and why did you say yes? And then kind of give us a little bit more about the company in general.
Okay. Thanks very much, Lexi. My name is Ayo Nokumaya, and I live in and I'm calling from Ibadan in Nigeria. I met Eileen probably 20-something years ago. And in February of 2023, she called me and said, Ayo, there's something I want to tell you about. she had already told me in the past about multi-level marketing, and she knew I wasn't interested in any of it, but she said, this one is different. Hear me out. And I did. And my initial reaction was that I don't know how to market. I didn't say that to her, I just felt inside. But what she was telling me about, immediately in my brain, I started making a list of people that I could share it with. And I joined in April of 2023 with travel. I'll talk about that briefly a little bit later. And then in October of 2023, I started using the X caps. So talking about the X caps, please, Jason, could you run the video so then I'll just talk a little bit about the X caps and the travel after that. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great video, y'all. It explains very well how the X caps work. Hopefully we'll be able to hear it. Sometimes whenever he starts it, it's not always easy to hear. So just know that if it's hard to hear after he's played it, we'll go ahead and re-explain it if need be, but hopefully the volume will be cooperative with us today.
The four cycles involved are the intake cycle, the compression cycle, the power cycle, and the exhaust cycle. What actually happens in a standard automobile without the MPG cap is the combustion cycle does not complete the combustion in the combustion chamber. In fact, if you take the exhaust manifold off of most internal combustion engines, you will see fire exiting the exhaust system during the exhaust cycle. Now, once the MPG cap is placed into the fuel, whether it be gasoline or diesel, and dispersed in the fuel, fuel becomes a carrier and takes the MPG cap, which is a catalyst, into the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, the catalyst accelerates the combustion, causing it to complete in the combustion chamber itself. This yields more horsepower. Also, does not allow as much heat to go out the exhaust. Exhaust temperature goes down, and this increases the efficiency of the engine, both in mileage and in horsepower.
Good God.
Okay.
Look at the stuff we get to share there. God. Couldn't get the thing to load right. Then I get some sort of horn in there. God. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jason. Let me just quickly say that these fuel caps, like I said, I've been using them since of 2023, and what this thing does is it's increases the octane level of the fuel that you put in your tank, whether it's diesel or petrol. And because of like I said, it was said, it's a catalyst, it's not an additive. Most of the things on the market in Nigeria, in Africa right now, are additives, and that has its challenges. But this is a pure catalyst. And like I said, it raises the octane level in your gas tank, and this helps your fuel to burn more efficiently. You have fewer emissions. If you have like rust in your tank, it takes care of it. Water in your tank, it takes care of it. It honestly, it's like a multivite for your car, and it's proportioned as a pill. So that makes it very easy to apply. If you don't want to use as much as you need, it's very easy to break up. If you have problems like with your fuel injector or your fuel pump, this catalyst that you put in your fuel or your diesel takes care of it. we have 3 sizes, depending on the amount of fuel you want to use. If you're using 10 liters of 8 to 10 liters of fuel, you use the mini motors. You use the X caps for the 40 to 75 liters of fuel, and then you use the crumbs for like 250 liters to 450 liters of fuel. There's a lot. If you go on the website or click on the link of the person that invited you, there's a lot more. There's a whole lot more of what these fuel caps do. But one thing I can say is that many people, myself included, we have fantastic testimonies. I've had people that I sold one tab to, and because of the results that they got on just one tab, they signed up. So this is an opportunity that will save you money. It will save you fuel. And there's an opportunity to make money too. Now, the fuel is one of 3 main verticals we have. But in Nigeria, we have 2. And why this is so is that this company dots its I's and crosses its T's. That means it doesn't start to market or sell any product that hasn't been properly registered and approved by whichever country government that they are going into. That's what happened in Nigeria. We are registered with the SON for the X caps. We are registered as a company with the CAC. And we also have coffee, but that is yet to come because we haven't got our NAFDAC approval yet. This company works on ethics. It's run by ethical people and they have ethical standards. So the meaning of that is that you won't lose your investments. They won't pack up. You won't just find out one day that they've packed up and left. That's not what MPG is all about. Right now, the company started in early 2022. And right now, we're in like 22 to 25 companies. I can't even, they're opening up so fast, I've kind of lost count. 9 or like 10 or 11 are in Africa, and they're doing very well. I know I'm speaking to people all over the world. So the good thing is that you can register anybody, anywhere in all the companies that are in all the countries that we are registered in. Now, like I said, the first vertical is the MPG Xtreme caps. The second one, and actually I should say the first one because that's what came into Nigeria initially, is the travel AI. That's what I registered with in April because the caps didn't get to Nigeria until like June or July 2023, and I had registered in April. So this travel AI is the last travel platform that I will ever need, because what it does is that it searches for airline tickets, hotel rooms, and car rentals all over the world. It has like 2.1 million hotels on it. And what the AI does is that it helps you to source the cheapest prices for all these 3 products. If they have their own platform, which is called On River, they'll show you how much it is on River and show you how much it is on other platforms. It's very open, so you can make your choice. It's very convenient to use, and the company in recent times, I'm sure, as other people will talk about it, or if not, look on our website. It's one of the easiest ways to build up travel points so that eventually you can take a free vacation. It's a long talk and I have a limited amount of time. What I'm just saying is that this travel AI is the cheapest thing you can sign up with. One of the easiest ways to do your monthly auto ship. If one of the cheapest ways you can do your monthly auto ship, and it has bar none the best customer service I've ever come across in any industry all over the world. So with that, I want to hand over to my direct upline, my longtime friend, Eileen. Please take it away.
Hello, Ayo. You said a lot and it's been very educative. I would like to just point out that we need something to help us
Eileen, you got muted on accident. There you go.
okay, I'm on, yes.
You said,
I was
the
saying
last
that,
thing we heard was, we need something to help us.
We need something to help us. We need a vehicle to get us into financial freedom. And I believe that MPG Xtreme is one of the best ways to do it. I have been in a lot of network marketing companies, and the main attraction is financial freedom. We live in a world where there is inflation. It's not stopping. If you check back what we had 10 years ago, it's not the same as now. There's inflation worldwide, but I would say in the African countries and in Nigeria, we have what is called galloping inflation. Think of a horse galloping. You can never tell how much you're going to buy a product. And won't it be nice to be the master of your own ship financially? I personally want to be able to make decisions without having to consult my bank account. And the one good way to do that is to have financial freedom. And I would say that MPG Xtreme is one of the best vehicles to get to the place where I want to be, and I think a lot of us want to be. I would say that there are no guarantees of income, but if you're prepared to put in hard work, consistency, and perseverance, there's no limit to what you can achieve in this company. That is why I am here. I have had my ups and downs with other networking companies. But when I happened onto and I came across MPG Xtreme, I realized three things that were in place. The company, ethical, like Ian said a while back. The products are highly retailable. They've been in the market for quite a while and they've been doing very well. And the compensation plan is better than I have ever seen. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's doable. So I just want to encourage just all that MPG Xtreme is a place to be. And the place to be is now. Right now, well, for April, we have this awesome bonus where we can sign up at $1. And I would say specifically for Nigerians, there's been a change in the Naira value. We are getting more for our Naira right now. So this is a good time to cash in on the market and start paving your way for financial freedom. So I would say, welcome home, welcome to MPG Xtreme. That being said, Lexi, could you tell us a bit about what the caps have been able to achieve for you, what you have seen, your testimonial, your results? Because I know you're very detailed and you have gone really scientific with it. So could you go ahead and tell us about the X caps and what you have, the kind of results you are getting with them?
Absolutely. So so I have a 2010 Toyota Sienna minivan, and my husband and I are both very analytical people. And I wanted a very solid testimony to be able to tell people I know for a fact that this works. So he bought what is called an OBD 2-port reader. And that's basically, that's the same device that mechanics use to plug into your car, like under the dashboard, to find out why your check engine light just came on. That device reads everything from your car's computer. So I can get my, how many, what is it in, I forgot, kilometers per liter. I can get the temperature of my engine, all of that data can come from that, using that device. So we use that device on my 3rd tank of fuel using the X caps. And I use the regular size X caps. All I have are the mini motors in front of me, but I use the regular size ones because of the minivan, because I have about a 20-gallon tank. And I got on over a very long trip, several hour trip on highway miles of over West Texas, which is really flat. It was not raining, no hills, you know, perfect conditions. And I went from 23 miles per gallon up to 31.3 miles per gallon. I'll translate that into kilometers. What that means is I got an extra 267 kilometers out of that tank of fuel that I normally would not be getting without using the X caps. So it works great. And I think we're also hearing people are getting double their runtime on generators. Like they're going from 2 hours of runtime on generators to 4 hours of runtime on generators. So it definitely works. And that's, by the way, that's me using fuel here in the States, which we have a lot more regulations on our fuel here. And the fuel there and on other countries like the Philippines too, they end up getting, like, we have people that are testing up to 42% increase on their fuel efficiency because the fuel isn't the same over there. It's dirtier, like in the Philippines. And because of that, the caps work even better. So just saying, it works great. All right. Okay, so let's see, who do we want to have come up and talk next? I lost my place here for our flow. Let me go back to my notes. All right, let's talk about coffee. Anybody want to talk about coffee? Well, my sister pulls up her picture like me. It's me who's gonna talk next. Hello. So we're gonna talk about some core Java coffee and weight loss here. I don't personally drink it because I have illnesses that I have the opposite problem. I can't keep weight on. But my sister wanted to lose a few pounds. And so she couldn't wait for the coffee to come out when it came out here in the States. And just so y'all know, if you're in a country where it's not out yet, it will be coming soon. Like Io said earlier, we do everything legitimately and legally. So once we get the paperwork and all of our products registered there properly, you will have all of our products as well. But to my sister.
Do you want to see what Dr. MDA's question is first?
Okay, let's see. I can't see it. Like pop it up here.
Well, it's got his hand, the hand is raised, so I don't know.
There we go. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Ask a question if you got a question. Dr. MDA. You can unmute yourself and we can hear you, sir. There you go.
Hello, thank you. Thank you. So sorry, the light around here is not stable, so I have to use my torchlight for lighting my face.
I understand.
Yeah, I just want to say that I've been in MPG Xtreme for some time now, since last year, and I have used the product. It works. But one thing, you know, what a note of caution we normally give to people.
Oh, you got muted. Oh, there you are. Now you're back.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think I'm back now.
You are.
Yeah, the caution we sound in the use of MPG caps is that we have 5-tank trial. Somebody may not get the exact benefit using the first one. It may come around the second, third, fourth, or even fifth. I think we also need to let people know this. I have registered, I'm a member, and I am enjoying it. The only thing is that we are going ahead to get customers to join. Unfortunately, because the Naira has plummeted, has lost value, so it's a little difficult, but I know we'll overcome it. That's just a comment I want to make. Thank you.
You're so welcome, and thank you for telling us your testimony, because it's true, it does work. And speaking of the Naira, again, they were just talking about earlier, we have this month the $1 sign up, y'all. It's normally a $9.99 US sign up to register with our company to be an independent sales
Yeah,
rep.
I have my own contribution to speak.
Yes, and so now we have the $1 sign up right now, which that's awesome, y'all. So if you are talking to somebody who's interested, now is the time to join for sure. But let's go back to the coffee real quick. Thank you, Dr. MBA, for giving us your testimony. I appreciate that. And let's talk to Elizabeth. Jason, do you have Elizabeth's or before and after picture that we could pop up while she's talking?
I
Because,
only have the after slide and I would have to.
okay, that's fine. We'll just have Elizabeth then tell us your story, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be here today. Yeah, I've reached that age where taking off weight is just not as easy as it used to be. And a lot of us reach that at some point in our lives. I started intermittent fasting in December of last year, and I was having a little bit of success, meaning a pound or two would come off, but I wasn't having any great success, except that I was feeling better. So I definitely support intermittent fasting, but I tell you that because I want you to know that that's where I started to truly get invested in my weight loss journey. I had tried other products that were not financially sustainable. They were way too expensive and not any real measurable results. So when the coffee was being announced, I told my sister, I said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this because I need an answer. I need to feel like I'm more comfortable. I mean, when you bend over and you can't tie your own shoes without your tummy hurting because it's too big, that's a problem. And it wasn't that I needed to lose a lot of weight. My goal was 30 pounds. So needless to say, I started the coffee in February, and in 1 month, I took off 10 pounds. Like rapidly, it came off. I was so jazzed because I went to an office one day to drop off some documents, and my girlfriend that I worked with there said, what are you doing? You look completely like you're so looking better. You're losing weight. What's happening? What are you doing? And so when other people notice and tell you that you're losing, that they can see the weight loss, something's working. So within about 4 months is when I lost all 30 pounds. I've managed to keep it off. I continue to drink 1 cup of coffee a day. I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Occasionally I'll have an X cap in the middle of the day. I did today have an X cap because I was needing the focus from it, because it does give me not only the weight loss, but it balances my focus and it brings me clarity. I'm one of those that can chase squirrels all day long. And so the focus that it gives me is phenomenal. It completely eliminated all of my cravings. It eliminated my appetite. I had to pay attention to being sure that I ate food so that, I did continue to be healthy. I eat leaner meals, and I don't allow myself to not eat. Like if I'm out at a dinner and everybody's having a burger or a steak, I still indulge in meals. I just use more lean meals than I do fatty meals. So I don't have this hate relationship with food. I don't deny myself. I just try to choose more lean than not. So there are some core ingredients that are just phenomenal for this product. I'm not going to be able to say them exactly right because one is bromate and something diamine, but anyway, we have some IP ingredients that are really great. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's just like my car. I don't know how it runs, but if I put the gas in it and it goes, just drink the coffee and it's gonna help you take off the weight.
You're
Maybe
cracking
that's that.
me up. You're cracking me up. Super.
I forgot to bring up my
syntax
notes so I could say those core
and
ingredients.
Chromamate are two of them. Dynacrine is another one, and lion's mane is the focus. So, sorry, go ahead. You were just cracking me up. I had to talk.
It's all good, but give it a try, and I will tell you that I have friends and customers who started the coffee and they changed nothing. They just drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and one still hasn't even got up to a full scoop. She's only at a half a scoop once a day, and she's already lost inches and dress sizes. So she said she's taken off probably 7 to 10 pounds, and is just amazed at how effective it is at increasing your metabolism. And so when you do get like I'm over 50, that metabolism starts to slow down, and this just really will kick it into drive. Thanks so much. If you have any questions, I'll be here.
Woo, woo. Thank you, Elizabeth. And I don't know if y'all were looking at me when I put this up there, but this is the first before and after that she was talking about. That's not even the end result of her.
Yeah, we need new ones.
I have one.
Same
This
dress.
one- This is even thinner. Look at that. I mean, it's almost hanging off of her at that point. Gotta have mom take that in for you, Elizabeth. Okay. So from there, thank you, by the way, Elizabeth, my awesome sister, and who is looking fabulous and all sexy and hot again. Woo woo. All right. After talking about coffee, I'm gonna just ask real quick, does anybody else have something that they want to add that we haven't talked about yet, other than the comp plan? Anyone? Anyone? No? All right. Well, then I'm gonna go on over to, let's see if we have anybody else on here that I want to talk today. Hey Rose, can you talk or are you in the car? Rosa Cine? Oh, now that's breaking up. I was gonna see if they could come on real quick and say hi. But that's okay. We'll move on. Dee Dee, are you available?
I am available.
Would you love to explain our compensation plan for us?
Yes, I will. And it'll be a really quick explanation, you guys, because we can always go with the person that invited you here and get the big slideshow and go over the nitty gritty and all the details. But that's kind of complex to do in a setting like this with the bigger presentation because of connectivity issues. So I'm going to keep it very short and sweet. With our overview of the extreme compensation plan that I'm going to introduce with you today, we are 7 ways to get paid. Now, we don't get paid in fairy dust, guys. We get paid in US dollars, and that's really exciting, especially for our international markets, because you were talking earlier how the Naira is not really working in your favor. But think, when you get paid in US dollars, that's going to stretch a long way. So it really does help. Now, our pay cycle and commission period is going to go from Friday at 12 a.m. to Thursday midnight at North American Central Standard Time. So you would like to configure that to your time zone wherever you are in the world. That's the standard that we use. So everything that you do between midnight Friday to Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Central Time in the United States, you will get paid that following Friday. So that's really quick. They have not ever missed one single check, not one. So really, really good news for you guys. Now, before we get started, I do want to say everything that I tell you today are examples that are shared that are in no way a guarantee of income. Individual results will always vary, and the results are based on your efforts and your team's performance. So it's like going to college, right? Just because you go to college doesn't mean you're getting a degree. You have to make a performance, you have to meet certain requirements, and you get compensated really handsomely for that. So the first stream of income that we do is retail customer bonuses. Every single time that your personal customer, somebody that buys from your direct website as an ISR, which is an independent sales representative, you're going to receive, and that's include, by the way, reorders. So when the first time they make the purchase, and if they order every month or every week or however often they place their order, you're going to receive a bonus of between $5 to $50, depending on what it is that they purchase. There is no limit to the retail customer bonuses that you can earn. So we don't cap how many customers you can get. You can promote this to as many people anywhere in the world that we are open. Currently, that's 23 countries. So eventually it's going to be 225 countries and territories. So the market possibility for you to earn income in retail bonuses from customers is extremely, extremely lucrative and attractive. There's no limit, like I said, and you do have also the option to sell products from your personal inventory and keep 100% of the profits. So if you buy extra and you have it on hand and you sell it to someone, your neighbor, whoever you meet on the street, you can make money that way too. The second way we get paid is fast start bonuses. And depending on the enrollment package of your personally enrolled independent sale representative's purchase, you can earn between $20 and $80 US dollars in fast start bonuses. There is also zero limit to the number of fast start bonuses you can earn. What that means is it takes 12 people to get you to the rank of platinum in this company. We're not going to tell you stop at 12. You want to sponsor 24 people? You want to bring 100 people? Bring as many people as you want to share this opportunity with you. You will get paid on every single one of them. There is no limit. The third way we get paid and when we earn money is called a team commission. So this is where it gets really interesting. All of their MPG products and enrollment orders, including customer and our reorders as independent sales representatives, have qualifying volume, which I call QV, and commissionable volume, which is called CV. Qualifying for team commissions is based on a 2-team system. You have a team on the left, a team on the right. And this will make sense later on when you see the graphics and the paperwork that the person that invited you here today is going to share with you. So the first step for you is to have 50 QV. Remember, that was the qualifying volume every single month, which can come from your own personal purchase or the purchases from your customers that they purchase directly on your website. So 50 points from you or your customer. Then step 2 is you're going to have at least one personally sponsored person on your left team and one person personally sponsored by you on your right team. And both of them also have the 50-point requirement every month that gets them active and it keeps you active. Doing this qualifies you as a bronze in our plan, which is the first rank of leadership, and that gets you eligible to earn team commissions. We call that activating your binary. Think of binary as bi equals 2, one left, one right, binary, active, you're good to go. Now, each time our software sees 100% of CV, commissionable volume, on your left team and 100 points on your right team, you earn what we call a cycle. So depending on your rank, that cycle pay is going to be anywhere from $10, $15, or $20. So that's another way to get paid. Being rank gold or higher means that your pay cycle is going to be $20 per cycle, per 100 on each side. The amount of earning on team commissions each week increases the higher your rank goes, and you can go from $400 a week all the way up to $30,000 per week in this part of the comp plan. So that's pretty exciting. The fourth way that we get paid is a check match. This is like a team bonus, that it's a coding bonus really, because it's every person you sponsor is your level 1. And everyone they sponsor is your level 2. So they would be level 1 to the person that brought them in, level 2 to you, and so on and so forth. So going on that, we go 7 levels deep. And that's how we get paid on the coding. So let's say, for example, you're gold and one of your personally sponsored persons is Rick, and he earns $500 in team commissions. Because you're gold, you earn 20% check match. So that means you made $100. That is a bonus. Then let's say Rick sponsored Jane and Jane made $1,000 in her team commission. Because you're gold and you qualify for your second level check match at 10%, that means you made $100. So that's exciting. That's also a bonus. And you go again, depending on your rank, up to 7 levels deep. Now, our compensation plan also features 3 other bonuses. So the 5th, 6th, and 7th way that we get paid here include the travel reward points, the diamond pool, diamond bonus pool, and diamond trips, which you can learn more about on the PDF that we're going to share. But very quickly, I'm going to go this deep into the global diamond pool because that's one of my favorite ways. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. When you hit diamond for 2 consecutive months, you become eligible to participate in a 3% share of the global profits pool. By that, I mean, when we're eventually open in 225 countries, you are going to be able to share in 3% of the profits, profit sharing with all the ranks of diamond and above. So that's pretty exciting to me. Right now, we are in, like I said, 23 countries. There's a lot of room for growth, and this means that we have a lot of opportunity to earn a lot of money in this part of the compensation plan as a bonus. This does not negate everything else that you're being paid on. So this is just an extra way to get paid. Can you imagine? So this is really exciting. So the MPG Xtreme plan gives everyone a level playing field, regardless of background, regardless of gender. It doesn't matter what country you live in. You are paid based on the results that you achieve with your effort, combined with the efforts of your sales team. And that is why this is such an exciting opportunity. The next step for you today is to get back to the person that invited you here and choose what is the best option for you to get started. Which of the enrollment plans, keeping in mind that $1 enrollment with the code Unleash24. And so congratulations for being here today. It tells me that you're somebody that's really special because you were tapped on the shoulder to come and see something that not a lot of people have heard about yet. You are one of the first. You get to be a founder in your country. So kudos to you. Congratulations. I wish you all the success. Back to you, Lexi.
Thank you, Dee. Awesome job. Oh my gosh, y'all, if I could talk as fast as she does and be so exquisitely perfect in what I'm saying, it'd be great, but I'm not. One day I aspire to be like you, Dee. Okay, so what I would like to do now, I think we have somebody who has a question. Infinite Smart 6. Do you have a question for us? I will take it if you would like to ask. Okay.
Yes, I have a question.
Hello.
I have a question.
Okay,
Hello, good evening.
good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, my name is Chiemeka Likeluka from Nigeria, Port Harcourt. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead. Nice to have you.
Yeah. Okay, actually, this is my first time of speaking. I want to use this opportunity to thank MPG Xtreme for everything, for the effort, and also for every improvement here to make sure this company go by all over the country. So first of all, my question goes like this. I want to find out about the tea, the cold tea, because I noticed it has not gotten to Nigeria. Why many people here require that very tea? You understand? That tea is something that is going to go viral around here in Nigeria, unlike the escap, because currently now people have been asking me about that tea.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit
I
there.
noticed how and when it's going on. Yeah, that is my question.
Could you hear it, Jason?
Yeah, absolutely. So the coffee, by the way, just if I could, everybody,
Yeah, the
Chamika is responsible for helping us with the Port Harcourt office, okay? He deserves a tremendous amount of credit
Thank
for
you.
getting the keys. Yeah, I have some information for you. It's gonna be off this though, okay? There's some things going on that you need to be aware of. But the coffee goes through a different approval process because it goes inside the body. So your version of the FDA in Nigeria has to go through a different approval process than the X caps. The X caps were kind of easy because if you remember right, this product was actually there once before already. So it's a little bit easier to get approved once the same product was actually there before. So that goes pretty. The travel is, of course, a digital product, so that comes in right away. So the coffee, because it's something that's consumable, it goes through a different approval process. And then there's, I think, a little bit of a larger fee you have to pay. And I think, was it IO that just put that in the chat?
Yeah,
Probably some of our other local Nigerians that are familiar with the process kind of know it does take a little bit longer and there's a little bit larger fee, etc. But it is in process right now, so I can't give you an exact date. But I will tell you this, I'll tell everybody else on the call too, that when we did get the coffee to South Africa, it sold out immediately. And it didn't even make it out of South Africa. We were using South Africa as our hub to ship out to the other countries at the time. And it didn't even make it out of South Africa. It just completely sold out. So I want to say about a month ago, we acquired, it was $200,000 worth of pallets of coffee. And a lot of it was headed towards Africa. So just hang in there with us. It's going to get approved. The countries that had the coffee already will have the coffee shortly.
yes, they will. And speaking of Jason, since you're already unmuted, let's just keep you on, y'all. Jason, if for those of you who may not know him, yeah, thank you.
I got it now.
I'm sorry, say again?
He said he's got it.
No, not tomorrow. I'm
Oh,
okay.
okay, awesome. So y'all, Jason is my direct sponsor and our Emerald leader of our team. I am a Ruby executive and he is above me as an Emerald and will be Diamond here shortly. So excited, probably.
Oh,
this
we have
month.
insider info. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, this one, yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so anyway.
Yeah, they're, oh, yeah.
I wanted you to talk to us though about a little bit about, just the company in general, what you think's going on and maybe the dollars. Let's bring up again the dollar sign up. That's
Yeah,
going on
absolutely.
right now.
Yeah, because that's huge, right? I mean, times are tough. We're talking about currency exchanges and everything like that for Africa. We've always wanted Africa and all of our other emerging markets, right? We wanted everybody to be able to participate in an environment where financially everybody's purchasing power, including people here in the United States, is declining. And it's declining more rapidly. We could get into a discussion about how the petrodollar and all that kind of controls the world and how everybody else kind of goes faster than us. We get it. I guess that's the whole point of me saying that. We get it. I'll just call it what it is. It's a global scam. But we know that you guys fall behind faster in Africa, in the Philippines, and basically any other market that's tied to the dollar. And we want you to be able to participate without breaking the bank. So here in the United States, we have a $29.95 yearly fee for our back office, our 2 replicated sites, and our e-wallets, etc. And it's $9.95 in our emerging markets like Africa. Now, we just put out a $1 sign up fee plus the choice of the kit that you need in only the emerging markets. So that doesn't even count for the United States territories or Canada. So all of North America, we still pay the same fee. That $1 fee is just for countries like yours. And I think they're only going to run it this month. So for the month of April, you can come in for that part of the fee, for your yearly fee for $1. So because we have kits that are $99, you just add the dollar, there's so it's $100.95 plus a little bit for shipping. Now, did Chamika disappear? Oh, there he is, he's right below me. All right. So Chamika, I think that when you start having people sign up, I think we have a will call location in Port Harcourt. If we have a will call location, you do not have to pay shipping. You just go to that person and pick up. The option to do will call will be in the sign up process. You just have to click that will call option and you won't be charged shipping. So $100.95 USD will be the minimum starting point. So that should make it available for everybody. You know, if you have a will call location. If you don't, we will ship it to you. So there's a little extra fee there, but it's reasonable. So for literally like under $120 USD, you should be able to get your product, your websites and everything, and be up and running. So now will that yearly fee go up to $9.95? Yeah, it's going to. But at the start, you're going to get a break. Okay, so that's a huge announcement. We are going to have a lot of other huge announcements. April 6th, that's 2 days from now. It is during a time frame that everybody here on the African call will be able to attend. It'll be in the evening for you. And it's going to be like, I would just say this, get back to the person that invited you and have them get you the flyer. It'll have the times on it. And it'll have the speakers on it and the time frame that we're going to be taking. So it's going to be about 3 hours, but you're going to get to see my goofy mug. You're going to see Dee Dee, and you're going to get to see Mike Renz for some of you that came over from the other side, the other Zoom. So make sure you get that. Let me see if I can find it for you real quick here. If I can't, I'll just forget about it, but I think I do have it fairly.
It's mpg.live.
This is what it looks like, and yes, it's mpg.live. So you want to look for this flyer from the person who invited you here. And make sure that you're in attendance on Saturday.
It'll be 7 p.m.
mpg.live.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Nigeria time. I think that's 8 p.m. South Africa.
And it should be 7 p.m. Nigeria, I believe.
It is, yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Nigeria, Saturday, y'all.
Yep,
Awesome,
Saturday,
awesome
April
stuff.
6th. For those of you watching this recording, it'll be up before that. You'll have a couple days to hop on that Zoom and get back to the person that invited you here to watch this and get that flyer and hop on. There's going to be major announcements. Here's something that I don't know if you saw me talking on the phone. Ghana is West African time, right? So you're probably still looking at 7, I think. Yeah, 7 p.m. Thanks, Jonas. By the way, good to see you. And give me a second here. I gotta pull something up because I was talking to Nancy there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm not gonna show you this part because it's kind of private. This is, you're gonna see this back off
6 p.m. on its
right now. You got a new widget. It is commission details. It will be right at the top. And it's going to have your weekly commissions, your monthly commissions, your annual commissions to date, so all of 2024, and your lifetime commissions. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you guys, you start building this. Next thing you know, next thing you know, you've got 6 figures in there. You think that's going to help you if you want to, you know, approach somebody and say, hey, why don't you join the big team, join the big dogs? Look at this, 6 figures. You know, so that's going to be cool. The other thing is, for those of you in the African markets, this is a really, really big deal. Really, really big deal. Just going to drop the whole bomb on you. If you haven't heard, our team, through a different rep, has initiated and acquired the talent structure from a company called Amiri, IMMERI. The product will be coming within a few months, but we aren't going to do the product until we have everything in Africa that we've got started up and running to a point where people can just sign on a dotted line and get started. And that's why, where did he go? And that's Chamika. That's why it's so important that Chamika stepped in and helped us with the Port Harcourt location, we're gonna have a Legos location. So for those of you in Legos, you're gonna have an office to go to that would, no cost to you. You can bring your team and start building your team, and you can sign them up right at the location. When the Port Harcourt office is ready to go, it will be the same thing there, and it will look like the Legos location. This is gonna be a very similarly branded office type of atmosphere. The next office we will open after that will be up in Abuja. And I think there will be a fourth one. Don't quote me on that just yet, but I think there will be a fourth office in the country of Nigeria. So there are a couple things for those of you that saw your email today. You saw that Adrian was let go from her position in South Africa. And I'm just going to tell you right now, that is what I'm going to affectionately call the Yap effect. Because we are going to be doing things that make sense. Mr. Yap came from Amiri and has had over 20 years worth of opening up offices in Asia and Africa. He knows why we have to have offices in Asia and Africa. And, so just so you know, we understand that market, and Mr. Yap will set up the offices so everybody can go in and start building their teams at no cost to them. It'll be on the company dime, and the company offices will look professional. They will look well branded. And if you ever saw an Amiri office in Ghana, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're going to know that MPG Xtreme has arrived, and you'll be able to take us seriously because we have the office space. So some of the offices that we had set up with country administrators are probably going to disappear, and Adrian was the first one. So we're going to build out of the office space, not out of a space where the admin sits. Okay, so in other words, like I said, we're going to do things the right way. So Mr. Yap arrived here at the company at the perfect time. He is going to get our African markets straightened out, running efficiently. Then you will have the Amiri products show up. So for those of you who are familiar with Amiri, Jonas, you're definitely one of them. The Amiri products will be showing up at that point when you can actually just take your team in there and do what you did in Amiri. Use the office space, have presentations, sign people up. So it's going to be a big deal. There's going to be plenty of room for everybody to have presentation space, and you'll be able to sign people up right there in the office. So no more dealing with the country admin, no more trying to track down where they're located. You'll know where the MPG offices are located because they're going to be located in places that make sense. And that's where we were struggling before when we started our first Port Harcourt location. It was in some part of the city that it was like south. It didn't make any sense. It wasn't in the city center. We didn't know. We had no idea. But Mr. Yap knows. And the location that we had originally got from another gentleman in Port Harcourt that Shamika is helping us with is a really good location. So we're keeping it. So, and again, I think that's in the car wash district. If I got that wrong, I think you probably know what I'm talking about, those of you that live there. And well, Shamika could tell you where it's exactly where it's at. He's been there and he's got the key for us. Yeah, so yeah, very proud of that guy for that. Thank you very much, Shamika. Now, as far as down the road, we are going to do exactly what this did previously with FFI. I can't stress it enough. If that was not the case, if Andy and Nancy weren't in place, Mike Renz wasn't working with me directly, and it was in this product, I would be here. I just tell you right now. And ask Lexi. She'll tell you. She's known me for a lot of years. She'd know that if I didn't have everything in place, that I would never join another network marketing company in my life. I would not do it.
He's so
Trust level.
serious. He's
Yeah,
so
like-
serious. He was against it for a while because he'd been so disappointed by other companies.
Going in other human beings.
Yeah, and you as well.
Anybody
Yeah.
else been, anybody else on this Zoom been lied to in network marketing? Jeez,
Me.
to the point where I was done with it.
Yeah.
Anybody have their product changed in network marketing?
Yes.
Anybody have their comp plan changed for the negative in network marketing?
Yes.
Who gets tired of that crap? How about company go out of business while you're trying to get the thing built?
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who wants that? I didn't want that. That takes a lot of energy to put into that thing only to be controlled by some other idiot, doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, and quite frankly, they're so greedy, they literally did things to you you just couldn't imagine. And I was like, why would I be interested in that unless I was running the show? So I literally was away from it for 7 years. So I was not looking for a network marketing company. So for those of you that are tired of the goofy crypto scams, where you go in there and you're like, oh, I'll give you all my money, and it's like some sort of phantom thing. You throw this money in there and they promise you some ridiculous 25% or something like that. And then you go to log in one day and it's gone. Where did the money go? I know where it went. It went to the goofy Ponzi scheme that it is. You know, the people at the top took all your money. That's what happened. So you guys got to stop that stuff. Look
Right.
for what matters. Companies that do things the right way. Register the product. Real product. Products with a track record.
Real customer service people that you can actually talk to.
Track record, not a cloud company, like Lexi said. If you can call the place and they'll answer the phone, that's good. How about a manufacturer? We manufacture. We don't manufacture all our products, but we manufacture a lot of them. And we even have the machine that we can show you that makes the sample packs for these now. They just brought it in. When we're going to be attending this event on the 6th, we're going to be able to take home sample packs right from the factory. You think that gives people a competitive advantage if they can manufacture, or they have to get it from a third party? Do you think the third party gets their cut? Better believe it. Of course they do.
Yeah, they take a lot of their money out of that.
Yeah, they get their cut. They're not in business
Yeah.
for free.
That's right.
So we cut out the middleman on many of our products. So, and we ship right from our own facility, so we don't have a third party there. We have all the advantages of Amway and Herbalife. We have their own facilities where they manufacture and ship. We're just not that big yet. But that's the intent. We want to be, we don't even have to be that big. We just have to have that structure in place so we can be competitive and last.
That's right.
Do you think that they're going to change a product that's been around for 35 years, by the way? Do you think
No.
that's working?
Why break it? It already works.
Why in the world would you change it? Wait, not going to change. The comp plan was written by Nancy, our master distributor. You think it's going to change? I doubt it. Maybe for the better, which it has already a couple
I
times.
say only when she adds the good things to it, like she has already.
Yeah, okay, since we started, we've added different pin levels. We've added travel rewards. We've added trips, and we've added the diamond pool bonus. I mean, when you add, is that okay?
All good things. All good
Yeah,
things.
when you add, that's okay, right? If you add stuff
Yes,
that make more money and incentivize you to build, is that good,
that's
It
a
is
good
good.
thing.
right?
Excellent.
So when you have all of the things in place that matter, physical location, experience, debt-free, by the way, we do not carry debt. Go find another company that doesn't carry debt in network marketing. I think it was just, what was it? The big shake company, Lexi, the workout company. They had like to have like a $250,000 infusion just to stay in business.
I don't remember which one you're talking about. There's several of them.
It begins with like an N or something. I always,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that one. Yeah, Isogenics. There you go. Got it. Don't know where I was getting N from. But then there was Juice Plus. You know, had to take a $50,000 injection to stay in business. We didn't have to do anything. We're still debt free. We still operate on a cash basis. There's no plans to go into debt. There's room to expand from our corporate office. You actually have more space we'll need it to go into when the time is right for us to expand. I can tell you right now, they're gonna have to expand the manufacturing floor. Just that simple. And when they do that, then they'll break down that wall and they'll go into the next, it's because it's right next door. It's in like this, I don't wanna say it's a strip mall because it's like a strip office building. So they'll be able to go right into the next door facility and we'll just stay up and running. There are so many good things that are in place with this company, you guys. If I can't make any promises, but obviously you can, all you do is you can hedge your bets when you're in business. You look at the situation and you just kind of have to digest. Do you think the product line has good timing? Is it going to be around a while? And can I trust the people not to screw me? Are they doing things the right way? Do they have the right talent in the right locations where they need them? Do they have a Mr. Yap? You know, are they debt free? We have all of that. And we've been around 20 months. That is the definition of a very good startup to hook your wagon to and take off. My goal here isn't to you know, talk you into anything. I'm not trying to talk you into anything. You do whatever you want. It's a volunteer army, you know, and I'll just say this. So as I close up, I think Mike said it on the previous Zoom, and I think it's maybe not emphasized enough. The team atmosphere that we have created here isn't anything like I've seen anywhere else. It's a genuine team atmosphere. Everybody wants to help everybody. There's no backbiting and ridiculousness. And quite frankly, I mean, and Shamika knows this a little bit. If you're going to be a problem child, you're just going to be removed. I mean, do we want to do that? No, of course not. Why would we want that? But what does cancer do when cancer is in the body?
It
Spreads.
spreads.
So you cut it out and you get rid of it. And again, it's not something that's enjoyable, but we know the chemistry we have here, and we're not letting any bad apples in to wreck the rest of the crop. Just not happening.
No, we're an incredibly ethical team here. I mean, and I can speak specifically about teammates I have here. I'm looking at their names on the screen who have been approached by somebody who's a prospect of somebody else's, and they have said, no, I'm not gonna help you. You need to go back to the person who's invited you. And that's how we run things here. We want everybody to win, and we want everybody to get credit for their work.
I'm just gonna answer that question that was just asked in the chat. You're gonna wanna drop it in before you fuel up. And if you're not going to fill up your tank, make the calculations what you're actually gonna need, because in this case with the X caps, less is more. So if you're only gonna put in 20 liters, don't put in a full X cap. Break it in half or break it into fourths. It's still gonna work. Just don't overdo it. It's not necessary and it doesn't help anything. So, and save your money. There's no need, you know. And by the way, and I'll say this in closing, name me another network marketing company that you've seen that saves the end user money at the retail price. Oh, you're not gonna answer because I don't know of anyone but us. That's it. That's it.
I actually profit from buying the product.
Put money back in your pocket.
Profit from buying it. It's the only thing I've ever sold anybody. I can look them in the eye and say, you will profit from purchasing this from me today.
Yeah, and let's say they're one of the rare ones that they don't see the result because I don't know the driving conditions or the vehicle or who knows. They're still keeping the internals of their engine in better shape. And they're still running a cleaner running exhaust. I mean, everything matters, you know. I mean, do you want to spend more on your maintenance? I don't. Does it make me feel better that the environment's a little bit better, that, you know, I'm running X-Cap? Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the core guy in deep down in my soul that has a little kid in there still just likes the extra power, right? I mean, that's what I'm all about, right? Just step on the gas, you chirp the tires a little bit, and you're all excited, but you know, but there's more to this than just the fuel efficiency. It's a complete product, so. That being said, Lexi, I'm gonna hand it back to you. I would just say if you're watching this recording, and you're intrigued. And you're like, hey, I think I wanna get going with this, just get back to the person that invited you. Get their link and they will walk you through the sign up process. And just get ready. Positioning matters in a global binary. Because the people that are on this screen, the ones that I'm familiar with, are building. So that means there could be global spillover. Okay, so if you make a decision to get in now, you cement your position in that global binary. So that basically when everybody that's above you is still sponsoring, they get placed below you. If you wait till down the road, you're gonna miss out on the people that came in during that time frame. So there is a little bit of fear of missing out when you put it that way. So I would make the decision, make it quickly, get your spot, and get ready for these African offices to open, because when they do, we already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a moonshot. So you wanna have your team in place before that happens, because obviously the more bodies you have to work with is the more leveraged time that you're gonna be able to put in, right? Because you have all these other people trying to do the same thing, and that's get free. So handing it back to you, Lexi. I hope that made sense, everybody.
It did, it was awesome, thank you, because Insight, y'all, Emery products coming. Yay, we don't know the date yet, but oh my goodness, I cannot wait till that hits the ground. So I just want to close out everything that Jason just said. Those are your steps. Get back to the person who invited you, get their link. Have them help you pick a package and get signed up. Once that's done, get on the phone with one of your upline leaders and say hello to us so that we can get to know you, and you can call us when you need us to do three-way calls for you as well and answer questions. And that's it. You're up in business. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us today. There's a bright future ahead for all of us. It may seem like there's some crazy stuff going on in the world, but there's also some really beautiful things going on too. So keep an eye out for us, because we're coming at you.
Today's work from home opportunity